Okay, hello, and welcome back to our Dragon Age Inquisition No Death Ruleset playthrough. Brought to you by William Ellison, Brother Losarius, and GameAnyone.com. Let us continue with our search for the silver bullet against Flavius, which is something I should also mention. Whatever we saw yesterday does not mesh very well with the lore of the Legacy DLC, because in that DLC, once you destroyed Flavius, he and transfer to a new body and pop up full grown. At least that did not happen in the immediate destruction of his current body. Although it is entirely possible it happened after, but why? Why did it take so long? I have no idea. All right. Go deeper into Mythal.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Ancient Elven. I can't make out much.
Atishol vir Abalassan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Okay.
Oh, no. This is bad. Rituals. Bad. You can't want this.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
Complete the ritual. What are they talking about?
Do not step any place you have stepped before. There can be no vacillation. This is where petitioners walked the path of their gods.
It is where they paid fealty to the gods. I have seen it in the Fade. Only the reverent were permitted to touch this ground, and only in solemn contemplation.
Okay. Apparently this god likes to make people look like fools. I can respect a god like that. A little bit of...
I see the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Anything good on them?
Rummage their corpses by all means.
Supplies replenished. What the fuck? What I really need is a crafting bench, desk, Whatever you want to call it. Statue of Fen'Harel. The rebel god. The Dalish use Harelen to mean traitor to one's kin, but the word does not appear in any Elven text before the Tower's age. The ancient root word is related to Harilen, or opposition, and Helathen, or noble struggle. The Dalish call Fen'Harel a god of deception, but I posit a far more accurate translation would be god of rebellion. What he rebelled against is a story lost to time. In Dalish legends, he seals away the other deities out of love of trickery. If we understood more ancient Elven, we might find earlier mentions of the Dread Wolf's story. Give him a more nuanced motivation beyond spite. From a treaty on the pagan and heretical customs of the Elven by Zenalen Tavernier of the University of Orleans.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the Dread Wolf, Fen'Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen'Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the Chantry.
My clan set statues of the Dread Wolf outside our camp. They're meant to frighten harmful spirits.
Perhaps. I thought the ancient elves above quaint superstitions.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
We can send for historians once peace is brought to this forest.
The inhabitants of this temple may not appreciate guests.
Alright, let's go. Well, it's not like that the statue is really what? Visual. Actually need to go and look for it. It's not holy shit. Displayed, I was going to say prominently.
Hold them off!
Well, isn't this great?
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
An army fights and dies for us. The longer we tarry, the more soldiers we lose outside. Let's jump down and be done with this place.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it.
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave them to die one by one? Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Is your real goal the power inside this well?
Yes, if that is the only way to preserve it. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Alright, perform more rituals. Isn't this great?
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
Okay, complete the rituals or jump into the hole. That should be easy enough. So I don't want to jump, obviously. I will make the rituals as performed by the ancients. Elvengond Andruil. One day Andruil grew tired of hunting mortal men and beasts. She began stalking the Forgotten Ones, wicked things that would thrive in the abyss. Yet even a god should not linger there, and each time she entered the void, Andruil suffered longer and longer periods of madness after returning. Andruil put on armor made of the void, and all forgot her true face. She made weapons of darkness, and plague ate her land. She howled things meant to be forgotten, and the other gods became fearful of Andruil. Andruil would hunt them in turn. So Mythal spread rumors of a monstrous creature, and took the form of a great serpent, waiting for Andruil at the base of a mountain. When Andruil came, Mythal sprang on the hunter. They fought for 3 days and nights. Andruil slashing deep gorges in the serpent's hide, but Mythal's magic sapped Andruil's strength and stole her knowledge of how to find the void. After this, the great hunter could never make her way back to the abyss, and peace returned.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in an Orlesian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
Yeah, I'm not going to choose any option that makes me look like a pacifist, even if it's the Dalish option. Okay. What? Okay, I usually have this to start. Okay. What the hell? Now what? Well, this is truly maddening. Okay. Can I do this, for example? Usually I can. Okay. So let's start. Let's start there.
Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Well, I think that as well. Let's move. I agree.
The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Well, you tell me where I need to go. All right. There is but one path to follow. Or this other path. I would say, should I try to open this door? You know what, I won't. I'm not going to compromise my ability to finish the rituals. And if it costs me a little bit of something, exploration-wise. Great. What? Ah, shit. Okay. Makes life more difficult. Bullshit.
Everything is lit.
So can we go? Now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
What doors are those, Morrigan? Outer courtyard. Know what? Let's go to the outer courtyard. Just want to see what's there. Sure it's not Samson, since he jumped into the fucking hole. Is this the way I entered? Maybe it is. Maybe I entered this place. Yeah, I fought the guys here. Okay, yeah. Now I remember. Makes perfect sense. Let's proceed then.
Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
Orgies. Human sacrifice.
We're being watched.
But that's an understatement.
Venavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You have the features of those who call themselves Elven. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
Okay, these guys are elves, so hello Monty. Well, it's going well so far. Let's see if I can survive this place. They are elven, so we're going to be polite and gracious and all that shit.
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Alright. You know what's interesting? Hello, Strix. I have the same tattoo he has.
So, you're elves from ancient times? Before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan?
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
Okay.
What is this Vira Balasan exactly?
It is a path, one walked only by those who toiled in Mythal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
Alright, special. I think I'm going to let Solas. This is not going to work. He even said it. You bear the marks of those who call themselves Elven, which means they don't regard us as elves. So I think Solas should take care of this situation, honestly. Or he doesn't think we are true elves, worthy of his arrows and wisdom. Maybe Solas can, as the most foreign elf that has actually seen the past, maybe he can sway him, let's see.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
What an asshole. Well then, I shall try to do that. We are at a loss here.
Our people have lost everything. They need you. They could learn from you.
Our people? The ones we see in the forest, shadows wearing Valisleen. You are not my people. And you have invaded our sanctum as readily as the Shemlin.
We knew this place was sacred. We've respected it as best we could.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
Okay. Refuse the Sentinel's offer. We may need that well. I don't trust them. Refuse the Sentinel's offer. I cannot. To be honest, I cannot refuse their offer. I don't think how I could kill the very thing I want to restore. Yeah, these are elves. I sincerely cannot kill them in good faith.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morrigan!
Well, apparently Morrigan. I will have to kill Morrigan, great. Well, this is turning out to be extremely
This would
interesting.
be our guide.
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
Alright. Yeah, exactly. These are the ancient elves of Arlathan. These are not just some regular knife ears from a shanty town. Yeah, I very convince these guys to come out of hiding and interbreed with regular elves or whatever. We will be set.
Untouched.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
We can always ask our hosts.
I will leave that to you.
Woohoo! Okay, let's read. The judgment of Mythal. Whenever one of the people wronged another, they would not call on Elgarnan to avenge them, for his fury would destroy all it touched. Mythal saw this bring strife among the people, and went to Elgarnan. She offered to deliver justice when the people warred amongst themselves. Elgarnan saw her wisdom and agreed, binding all to abide by her verdicts. Some petitioning Mythal for justice hid jealously. Accusing those who had done them no wrong, she saw their lies and struck them down. Others petitioning Mythal for justice burned with wrath for imagining slights. She saw their weak hearts and struck them down. Those coming to her with clear minds and open hearts were granted judgment and protection, and Mythal harried their enemies until the end of their days. The Story of the Elven God by an unknown author. Okay, I just got some items I want to look at. 3 shots when attacking. What? Okay. A Warhammer Maul. I saw I got An amulet of power. Didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. For whom, I wonder if... Because if it's one for the... For Soul as well, that works just fine. What does he have? 10 willpower. Well, just in the nick of time, let's give Solas his point. Where should we give him his point? I did say I wanted to give him another passive ability. This one. Gathering a Storm. Each basic attack shorten your active cooldowns and more willpower for him. Seems nice to me. Alright, let's proceed with this. Don't go away, Sentinel, wait! The mosaic of Gilanain kept herself apart from the people. She used her power to create animals none had ever seen. The sky steamed with her monsters, and the land with her beasts. Andruil hunted them all, and after a year of killing approached her with an offer. The gods would share their power with Gilanain, but only if she destroyed her creations, for they were too untamed to remain among the people. Gilanain agreed and asked for 3 days to undo what she had made. On the first day, she struck down the monsters of the air, except those she presented to Andruil as a gift. On the second, she drowned the giants of the sea, except those in deep waters, for they were too well wrought, and pride stopped her hand. On the third, she killed the beasts of the land, except the Hala, whose grace she loved above all else. This is how Gilanain made it. Youngest of the gods was made. Are there more of this? Mosaic of Elgarna.
Gilas Velathan.
Okay, I'm guessing that means hurry up, you fucking bastard. Song to Elgarnan. Elgarnan's wrath and thunder, give us glory, give us victory over the earth that shakes our cities. Strike the usurpers with your lightning, burn the ground under your gaze. Bring winged death against those who throw down our work. Elgarnan, help us tame the land.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
No! Dirthamen and Falondin are linked in Dalish legend as inseparable twin brothers. Scraps of elven stories from after the fall of Arlathan, transcribed into the winter and recently lent to our fair university, refer to them as twin souls, but draw no family connection. The oldest stories never even named them directly, referring to Falondin as Dirthamen's shadow and Dirthamen as Falondin's reflection. The little we understand implies their bond was not romantic beyond even the strongest friendship. The legends of Dirthamen and Falondin may have been an allegory for complex elven relationships we lack context to comprehend. Okay, let's go. Morning. Well, apparently someone had made it through. Supplies replenished. Well, that's not... Oh! Okay, I'm going to follow this person. Yeah. Cannot stray, I think. Should not. The Mosaic of Sileis. whose heart rivals Ergaren's light, Sileis whose temples rival Mythal cities, Sileis whose breath rivals Android's spear, Sileis whose skill rivals June's craft, Sileis whose fire cannot be quenched. We give ourselves gladly to your service. To your service. Should I go this way? Well, there seem to be enemies. Maybe the temple is guarded by more than these guys. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't open random rooms in an ancient temple full of secrets. Let's just stay. That would explain why we need a guide to traverse this location, because not every room is safe. And this guy knows. Yeah, look at all that.
The Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
Good for something, I guess, if they keep it up.
Abelas gave us his word.
Well, good for Dusty Butt.
Well, maybe I should go and help them, you know. If that's the case, then I should help them. And let me put a marker here, and I'll help them kill the Red Templars. I don't want elven blood to be shed. Unnecessarily. Let's try to help. Alright, apparently this guy is close by. I mean... Samson must be close by. And I was right then. It seems what killed the ancient elves was or what defeated them was not the Imperium. It was, well, I had that theory. It said if the ancient elves were so powerful and humans so primitive, then how the hell did the Winters manage to win the war against the Dalish if they were not more powerful? Well, it turns out the Dalish, or not the Dalish, the ancient elves had some sort of civil war, it seems.
The Well of
Ah,
Sorrows.
shit.
So Mythal endures.
Andraste, guide us.
Stop Samsung from using the well. Which means I don't have time to actually dilly-dally. Let's move fast.
Right on! An army of these bastards won't stop us! How will you get to the well, General?
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
What are you doing here, Samson?
Following his orders. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
I'll see Corypheus dead before I let him wield that power.
How are you going to stop him? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength that Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Well, I'll certainly destroyed his armor. No problem. I think this choice is easily done.
Power's all well and good, until it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? My armor. It's gone. Delirium. I need it. Kill them all.
Okay.
Take them!
Nothing.
Holy shit, he's bigger now, isn't he?
Alright! Get around them! Pay for that!
You're a wretched, vile animal! Shem, fucking Shem, die! Die!
Well, French. You can't take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
He's still breathing.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
That guy is awesome.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Okay. Do we need the well? I don't know. Isn't preventing Corypheus from gaining it sufficient enough? Yeah, exactly, Strix. We are in a bit of a pickle here. Is preventing Corypheus from gaining that good enough? Or should we take the power of the ancients? Because the problem here is this guy doesn't really care about us, the next generation, the new generation, whatever you want to call us, the elven peoples of today. I don't know, Monty. I saw a fight clear as day on my end. Okay, Strix says we'll need the well more than we want to support their way of life. Well, that's the problem. I don't want to support their way of life. Because their way of life is hiding in the forest, letting the humans take over the world. That's their way. That's not what I want. I want to destroy humanity. Let's say, restore the ancient Elven Empire. They are willing to let it die 1 century or age at a time. They don't really care for anything other than preserving this little corner of their world. That's not what I want, definitely. If that's the only... I won't kill them, let's say, but that's not our goal. Hello, Carlo. Really? I didn't know I could drink. Or Morrigan, okay. Yeah, exactly, Strix. We want to restore these people to the rightful place in Thedas, but he doesn't want to. He just cares about preserving his own little corner of the world, as it was in ancient times, which is problematic. Okay, so you say I have no choice but to wait for him and see if we can persuade him later. Well, the problem is his tradition is not the destruction of the Well of Sorrows, Strix. What we read in those murals was that if you made the right rituals and you came with an open heart and mind to Mythal, then Mythal would grant you an audience and see that justice was granted to you as well. So Mythal, the tradition, as far as I could gather from those murals, was that you do the rituals, and if you are a good person, let's say, that has no ulterior motives, then Mythal will hear your plea and give you the reward you deserve. If you are good, then you get justice. If you are not, then you get punishment. This guy is unwilling to let us get that audience with the god, because he doesn't believe we are worthy, because we are not ancient elves. We're just the new diminished elven peoples that roam around in the forest, as he says. Okay, option number 6 is out of the question. I don't want to antagonize this guy in that fashion. Morrigan is right in this case, I think. This man has seen the temple fall, and all he wants is to destroy everything. So I say number 3, honestly. I don't want to support his goal, which is the immediate destruction of the Well of Sorrows, which is number 1. But I also don't want to treat him like shit, because he is a man that deserves our respect. Yeah, exactly, Strix. So I think option number 3 is that middle ground.
Samson thought the Well's knowledge was valuable. It could help stop Corypheus.
I care nothing for your petty conflicts, Shemlin.
You'll care when Corypheus arrives for the Well.
The Well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Well, weren't you trying to destroy, you fucking bastard? Okay, Strix says try to... Really, Strix number 1? Well, it didn't sound like that. Back off, Morrigan says. I fully support him and his position, which was destroy the Well of Sorrows. That's what he's talking about. But now he's changing the argument here. Yeah, Monty, I agree. Number 3 seems like the appropriate choice. It is lost. He may not notice from his ivory tower or a stone temple, but the world has gone to shit in the past eon, and it's not coming back. Yeah, option 2 is also okay. The problem is I would say my character would be in this particular moment very, excited, is that the right word? Concerned? Let's say her emotions would be running very high, because this is not the time for, or I would say my character would not think it's the time for a polite discussion of the merits of his position. This is trying to stop the Intermagisters from doing to the world what they did apparently to Erlathan, or maybe they did not do it. Let's go with number 3. Yeah, we need some emotion here.
Look around you. Everything your people were. It's already gone.
It is.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Okay, now is the moment that we go with number 1. Okay, what of the price? Well, the price, there is always a price, as Morrigan said. Did Morrigan say that? I don't know. But now that it appears he has seen the light, we can be polite once more.
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right.
As apparently we did by doing the rituals.
The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
All right. Hello, Mr. Holnew, how are you?
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shemlin have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity, never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Okay, I think we have gotten as much as we can from this guy. his acquiescence to our apparent acquisition of the wisdom of... Yeah, I think number one is definitely it, Monty. Yeah, this guy is definitely not going to fight Corypheus with us. He has not cared out the world, but he has acknowledged our part as his replacement, I guess. So let's go with that.
Thank you for this gift, Abelas.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
Malas Amalin Nahalam Abelas.
The fucking asshole. He keeps calling me Shemlin.
His name, Abelas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You alone? This is my heritage.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well. For everyone. Let me drink.
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal?
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
What's to stop you from taking the knowledge and leaving?
My word. If that seems insufficient, Corypheus threatens all, even myself. He must be stopped.
And who stops you?
I, Inquisitor, seek neither immortality nor your life.
Okay. What does everyone else think? Well, I know what Solas thinks. Cassandra is angry just by us being here. And Sarah, this is all well beyond her school grade. I know the well's danger. Oregon will gain the power of the well. I will use it myself. The Inquisitor will gain the power of the well. Okay, I've been burned by the game before. When something like this came up, well, not really. Sarah killed a guy. Can I really ask Or should I just take the power? I'm not going to give the power of the ancient elves to a human. No way. You know what? I'll dive in. Fuck it all. Let the ancient gods save my soul, for it is forfeit.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
Well, I don't know, Monty. The game has made decisions on its own before. I am not willing to allow this big decision to be. That happened to me at least once before. I started asking questions, and the game chose for itself what happened.
And who's to say it will go to waste?
I do. I am forever balked by those who believe they know better than I. Drink if you will, for the sake of us all, but steel your will to do it.
Carlo, now, well, at least I've had a little bit of training to fight dragons.
Why am I here? Corypheus, a Magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. If you can help me vanquish Corypheus, take whatever price you wish.
Inquisitor! Inquisitor!
Game over.
How do you feel?
Like a good. Okay, let's see. Holy shit.
The Illuvian!
Through the mirror!
Really Strix. Solas is playing games with us. Well, that went okay, I guess. The last of the ancient elves survived. to see another sunrise. We prevented Hashem from gaining the power of the old gods, well, the ancient gods. And Corypheus once again distorted. But he must be fucking angry. I would be extremely angry if I were him. Yeah, Mr. Holy. Corypheus is really pissed off. Well, and apparently Karlov is telling me that he's going to throw the dragon. I was hoping that the other Grey Warden had destroyed the dragon at Adamant. But apparently that is not the case. Well, Asterix, you can post the link to the video if you want. I won't open it. So Miss Monty can look at it. But something came out of that pool. Maybe it was the spirit of the god. Or the collective will of all the elves that had died in that pool. That is fucking disgusting.
It is done.
Okay, Karlov, thanks for that. Well, I cannot... Well, even if I had known that if Morrigan had drank, then...
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not.
Great!
He won't hide. You hear it. The well speaks to you.
Great! Well, that is great. Now we have a connection to a god. Personal connection to a god.
Something from that well is speaking to me, though it's hardly making sense.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
I have the well's power, Morrigan, not you.
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon isn't an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed. That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon... There is a way, but I'll need Morrigan's help.
The voices from the well tell you that, do they? Very well, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready to begin this plan of yours.
Are you certain of this?
No. We must be ready for anything. A trap, or worse.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Okay. Speak with Morrigan. And I can... you know what? Let's judge Samsung. That seems like an appropriate end to this particular section of the game. As I was saying, even if I had known that... apparently I cannot do it right now. Well, that doesn't really mean much. So I did have to do something. What was it? I wanted to do something. Now I can't remember what it was. Yeah, new messages in Twitch tend to go to... I wanted to send those assholes in new missions. That's where I wanted to. Let's do that. And I need to... I need to replenish my potions. But I didn't use them at all. I gained a new perk. I think there is only one set of perks I want. This. Exacting buyers. Let's see if I can get something good to craft. Okay, the big one, Inquisitor. Our people have flushed out something big and stubborn. You were seeking a mount that spoke to the tenacity of the Inquisition, and this, frankly, I'm not sure what this says, but it is definitely a mount. And it is definitely tenacious. I am not sure what to say except that the stables now have a new resident. And to echo a report from our people, that is one big nug. Okay. The creature has been cornered and saddled. The nipplings were severe, but it waits for the Inquisitor to claim it in the stables. Mind your fingers. The Dracal disc. The last... Okay, let's bring Samson. Inquisitor, when Corypheus rushed from the temple for Mythal, he left his general for death. My soldiers and I captured him with ease, given that he was still unconscious from your fight. While it will take the army some time to return him from the wilds, we can expect Samson's return in order to put him on trial. If you have no objections, I would present for his job. I would be present for his judgment. Our Legion allies have offered to return Samson under the haste of guard. They are eager to see him face justice. Samson has given us no end of trouble. I would keep him unconscious with sleeping draughts while we transport him here. Samson has earned an armed escort guarded in a wagon which our fastest horses will pull back to Skyhood. Yeah, let's go with that.
To work?
And now this. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's deal with inventory. Should be quick and painless. Now that's Phoenix scale. And I need to speak to all the companions now. Hello, Poncho, how are you? Now let's deal with the inventory quickly. I wonder how many quests I have left. Don't answer.
A nice simple blade. Can't go wrong.
Because I can look here. The final piece. Morrigan wishes to talk. She has a plan to counter Corypheus and his dragon. Well, it sounded exactly the opposite way when we talked to her. I think I'm pretty much done. Other than trying to kill that fucking dragon in Emperor Leon. Which sincerely I don't believe I can. At least not until I'm level 23. I will try that again. It seems highly unlikely I'll do so. So, let's do this before I forget. Okay, I need a bunch of rush bite. Let's deal with the inventory fast, and then it's time to talk to all the companions. Alright. Alright. 3 shots when attacking. According to legend, the oath of Garaldel, Elven Grey Warden, hero of the Fourth Blight, was carved from his alien aegis Naden III. Garahil and the bow were lost at the climactic battle of Aerisli, though some maintain he never took it with him. Others claim he never even used a bow, but that such a rumor was started by an infamous elven rogue calling himself Garahel and the hero's descendant. Well, it's not good. Certainty. A war, a sort of the deepest corruption and conviction. It cannot be the red lyrium blade that drove Kirkwall's Knight Commander Meret to madness. It cannot have been reborn in arcane energy, somehow Elven and Tevinter and Blight intertwined, and it cannot have inspired in the name of a magister who once entered heaven and would dare so again. One wonders what this sword cannot be next in the hands of Lilith Lavellen, if she is not careful. Well, in all honesty, it won't be much because I won't use it. It's a great sword. It goes to the... Yeah, Poncho, sadly you missed the Well of Sorrows. But basically what happened is I sided with the elves as much as I could until it became apparent Arbalas, or whatever his name is, wanted to destroy the well. And also, although I have been very supportive of Morrigan so far, and overall I agreed with her more than not. In the past, it turns out her desire for the knowledge, the ancient knowledge of the elves, and also a lot of the disrespect for Mythal herself, put us at an impasse. So I took the knowledge for myself, the knowledge of the well, because it cannot be given to some shame. Solas was right, so I don't know what. Well, I should have asked. I didn't ask people what they thought because I was afraid the game would choose for me, as it has done before. So I didn't ask everyone, but Solas was very, very much against Morrigan using it, but he was not happy when I used it myself. Solus is such a fucking asshole. There is no way to put it in any other fashion. Okay, it seems to me like we're going to a final mission. That seems pretty much to be a case. Which in turn means I need to craft a few things. Well, actually I only have to craft one thing. And that is something for Solus. An armor for Solus. An armor that grants him guard. That's all that's left. I think. There is nothing more. Well, I could get another point. You know what? Let's talk to everyone in the party, and then I'll deal with crafting.